Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Joe Torn Love, here with your AEW Rampage review for August 20th, 2021. Big point of emphasis of last night CM Punk, his return. CM Punk made his return in the United Center for Pro Wrestling for the first time in 7.5 years since he walked out on WWE the night after Royal Rumble in 2014. Um, this was, I mean, going into it, I tried to be as, because with all the rumors and all the speculation and all the tweets and all that, I tried my best to keep myself surprised. So that way, because that's why I didn't really talk about it on the podcast before last night, simply because I wanted to stay true to it and not overblow it before it happens. Because even though with the rumors and the seemingly confirmation, I wanted to just wait until the moment happens. And last night, the moment happened, and it was a stellar way for Rampage. Just stellar. Um, I did see it um, before I got home last night, so I had recorded it, and then I saw but I didn't see when. So it still kept me on my toes when I went back home or when I came back home and saw the return of CM Punk. But yeah, what a return. Um, the United Center came unglued. Um, he was, as soon as Cult of Personality played out to the United Center, it just became ruckus, unglued. See, fans were going crazy. Some fans were crying. It was, and you saw took it all in. He just took it all in on the stage area. You could tell he was verbally tearing or visually tearing up as well. But yeah, CM Punk is officially all elite. He was there. He was hugging fans on the rampway. Then he jumped into the crowd with the sea of fans, and then luckily he got out. Then he hugged, which I'm assuming friends or family were at ringside. Then he got into the ring. So he said that he needed to feel it and he's winging it because he wasn't prepared on what to say. He says the bad news is he's not going to get to all of it right now, but the good news is he has time, whether it's the pay-per-views, whether it's Wednesday, Friday, Dynamite, Rampage, etc. And he ain't going anywhere. He said he was sorry about those who try to understand his personal problems on how he could be healthy mentally and physically and emotionally, stay where he was, quote unquote WWE, without saying it. He said that August 13th, 2005, his last match in Ring of Honor, that was when he left pro wrestling. Now, August 20th, 2021, he's back in pro wrestling. Back for the young guys, back to sell some scores in the locker room. Says he's here for the young guns. Then he called out Darby Allin, which, I mean, they played that little clip of Darby Allin calling out the best in the world weeks ago. And he looked to Darby, who was in the Raptors with Sting. So he was up there and he praised Darby, said he's good and he's tough. He's seen him jump out of airplanes, jump out uh, off the top rope in a body bag, take so much punishment, etc. But he said that nothing's more dangerous than facing CM Punk in a ring. And that he'll see Darby, he'll see Sting, and he'll see everyone else at all out. Basically, confirmation that we're going to get CM Punk versus Darby Allin at all out September 5th. And cannot be a better match for CM Punk's return. Darby, now, it's just going over this. I'm just kind of a little lost for words. Because 7.5 years being out of the ring and now he's back and Darby Allin, his first point. I mean, there's now you can start fantasy booking, you can start going over all the dream matches in AEW. If there's one match in AEW that's top of my list for CM Punk dream matches I want to see, is him versus Malachi Black. Just think that would be an amazing match when the time is right, obviously. And it's funny because Malachi Black is so relatively new in AEW. He debuted just a little over a month and a half ago, so jeez. But yeah, what a roster. What a roster. Oh yeah, he also said that 7 years is a long time being out of the ring, and he appreciates all that who waited. And he spoke to all saying that on your way out of the United Center, pick up a free ice cream bar on him. And afterwards, he saw at the commentary table, all of them had CM Punk ice cream bars, and Taz took a bite of it. So that was fun. That was a good bump. So then we got to the first match of the evening after this. I mean, It was hard. It was hard to find. Well, you knew that no matter what was going to happen after this, whether the placement of CM Punk's return, that nothing could really follow it, but they tried. And so, first match of the night, Jurassic Express versus Private Party. This good match for what it was. Semifinals for the Eliminator Tournament for the tag team titles at All Out. So the Young Bucks came out with Brandon Cutler. They have a seat on the stage area observing their competition or potential competition for All Out. So Jungle Boy got off to a hot start. He was against Private Party. Then Matt Hardy interfered, which then started off the beatdown for Private Party. Then, as they got back from break, Luchasaurus got the hot tag, took him out Private Party, and then landed big clotheslines, and was probably the scariest spot of the match, which I hope he's okay. But so, like against the Young Bucks on Wednesday, Jurassic Express went for that spot where Jungle Boy went for the assisted superplex off the top rope on Luchasaurus' shoulders, but the other member of Private Party hit Luchasaurus with an enziguri, which staggered him, and then I believe it was Isaiah Cassidy landed a top rope destroyer on Jungle Boy off of Luchasaurus' shoulders. Brutal spot, brutal spot. For a near fall. So then Mark Quinn with a beautiful shooting star press off the top rope on the Luchasaurus on the outside. Then Private Party went for a silly string, but there was counted to the Tombstone Cutter by Jurassic Express for a near fall. Isaiah Cassidy, which may a move that I don't think NJ would approve of. He with a roll up on Jungle Boy, which basically exposed Jungle Boy. I'm not sure what to say, but one sec. But yeah, Cassidy, he exposed Jungle Boy in the process and got a near fall. Ay, ay, ay. So then the Jurassic Express won here with a big boo from Luchasaurus, followed by the Thoracic Express, which was the flipping powerbomb combination for the win. Jurassic Express advanced and they will face the winner of Varsity Blondes and the Lucha Brothers next week on Rampage. Excuse me. To determine the number one contenders for the Young Bucks and who will face them all out in a steel cage. Very interesting, good match. We all knew the outcome. I'm curious to see this match between Varsity Blondes and Lucha Brothers because Varsity Blondes, they're relatively upcoming, and Lucha Brothers, you know, now that Phoenix is healthy again, back from his injury, they're really fighting their footing back for. And with the storyline with Andrade and Pac, it's really interesting to see where they go. But good match for both teams. So then we got Jade Cargill versus Kiera Hogan. This short, this is kind of a spotlight for Jade Cargill. Kiera Hogan, I've seen glimpses of her from Impact. On Dark, I haven't really seen her on AEW Dark. This is for a contract against Cargill. She brought the fight to her early going, but it was all for naught pretty much. Cargill won with her chicken wing slam. And Cargill gets a big win. Uh, well, it wasn't really a big win, but it was a win in front of her biggest crowd in the United Center, 15,000. And good win for her. So then the main event, Jon Moxley for Daniel Garcia. They showed like last week, they showed the side-by-side interview of Mark Henry with Jon Moxley. Garcia, he was a 2.0. You could tell Moxley was frustrated. Pretty much it. So we got to the match. I saw a little bit of Garcia's match with Fuego del Sol, and then against Matt Sydal. And, he's still really young, and he's still got room to grow, but with 2.0, it's kind of a good fit because 2.0, they're very charismatic. Obviously, they're not great in the ring, but they add a bit to Garcia, who's still trying to find his footing in AEW, and now he faces Jon Moxley in the main event of Rampage. So Garcia, he targeted the leg of Moxley uh, throughout the match for his finisher, which was a sharpshooter. Then a big lariat by Moxley cut the momentum of Garcia. Garcia then followed back with got his sharpshooter on, but Moxley countered the sharpshooter into a bulldog choke in which Garcia tapped immediately, and Moxley gets the win over Garcia. After the match 2.0, they attacked Moxley and Kingston. Then Darby Allin Sting came in for the save. Scorpion Death Drop, Singing Splash, Coffin Drop, Darby Sting, Kingston and Moxley stand tall as Rampage goes off the air. But that was the show, guys. I mean, this was mostly built on the anticipation of CM Punk, but I enjoyed the matches, so especially with Jurassic Express Private Party. Um, but the fulfillment came when CM Punk came out. That was the primarily objective of AEW tonight, and it delivered. I mean, just seeing a guy that was so talented and that pipe bomb he cut 10 years ago and still resonates to this day, and the matches he had, and his decline from 2013 to 2014, which led to his departure. Now he's here in AEW, just can't help but smile at the thought of that. Not much to say, just wow. Just wow. And on Wednesday, he'll make his first appearance on Dynamite. So, very interesting, very interesting. But that's the review, guys. That's all for today. It's kind of a quick one, but 1 hour show. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. Um, but thank you all. I'll be back Monday with your AEW Rampage, or excuse me, Rampage next week. On Monday, it'll be NXT TakeOver 36. And then on Thursday, AEW Dynamite. But thank you. Hope you all be safe and peace.